something. I don't f with that nigga 50 Cent for real.
Man, roll the clip. It's 2002, and Young Buck meets 50 Cent through Juvenile.
We happened to be going to New York one day, bro. When we was up there, 50 Cent, he was killing the whole mixtape scene back then, right? It was like the forefront of it. That's when I think the G Unit was kicking off with Lloyd Banks and Yayo and 50, and the mixtape was cracking. They was even starting to blaze down here hard. So we was pushing our line on the mixtape, trying to be heard and get whatever. And Juvenile wanted to work with 50. When we got there, he was like, yo, I want to get in touch with, with Homeboy. When I met 50, he came onto the bus. Juvenile had a studio on his bus at the time. He brought Lloyd Banks with him. He brought Yayo with him. A few more cats. And like you just said yourself, that was before the get rich of all these finances was there. So he's still in the street. Didn't have all this old extra that you see that come along with the game. Just out there in the grind.
It's June 1st, 2002, and 50 Cent releases the mixtape 50 Cent is the Future. G-Unit and UTP collaborated on the song A Little Bit of Everything.
Hey, the two mags up to your new rag and rockabye, baby. I'm in the blue jag with new tags in case you won't chase him. I never knew that. The impact coming up out of Desert Eagle. I make a nigga wild and we will scream and call my people.
That same month, 50 ends up signing the Shady Aftermath for $1 million. Buck claims Shaw Money XL would call him saying 50 was interested in his song, which later became Bloodhound off Get Rich or Die Trying, and eventually they asked him to join G-Unit.
Oh, Shaw Money, I was like, Shaw, bro, get that 50, let 50 know that, it ain't no beef or nothing with me and Juvie. It's just that I'm laid back right now. I'm kind of like on my own page. I think Juvie finna get himself together and do him right for a minute. So if there's opportunity anywhere, I'm here. I got a call back the next day from 50, like, what? Man, nigga, come on. I see you out there in Cali.
It's November 14th, 2003, and G-Unit releases their debut album, Beg for Mercy. Tony Yayo was in prison during this time, so he only appeared on 2 songs, and this provided a void for Young Buck to fill. The album was a commercial success and would go on to sell over 6 million copies. It's August 24th, 2004, and Young Buck releases Straight Outta Cashville. The album goes on to be a success, selling 1 million copies in the United States within 5 months. It's March 3rd, 2005, and 50 Cent releases The Massacre, and on the album features the remix to Hate It or Love It. On Young Buck's verse, he raps,
Let me show you what a thug bout, I'm born to die. I took the bullets out of 50, put them in my 4.5, and I ain't even got my feet wet yet. A 7-figure nigga who ain't seen a royalty check.
It's March 2007, and Young Buck addresses G-Unit breakup rumors while promoting his album.
My album dropped Buck the World. And it drops March 20th, and I'm the cleanup man for all the ones that had speculations about whatever up with the unit. I come to clear it up for you. So I'm here, I'm available for everything. I've been running around the streets, and the streets love Buck. So at the end of the day, when I see you in traffic, just let me know you love me, blow your horn, throw your dubs up, let me know where you're from,
It's March 24th, 2007, and Tony Yayo and his entourage are arrested for allegedly assaulting Jimmy Henchman's 14-year-old son. It's said Yayo and his team jumped out of their vehicle when spotting a kid with a Czar Entertainment t-shirt on. Yayo eventually had to do 10 days of community service as he took a plea deal for a minor harassment charge, and Lodi Mack later admitted he was the one that assaulted Jimmy Henchman's son, and he did 9 months in jail. It's March 26, 2007, and Young Buck does an interview with Angie Martinez about Yayo's assault charges.
Please, let's talk about what's happening with Yayo, because it's all over the news, it's all over the paper.
Honestly, man, I'm gonna be real with it.
Let's be real with it.
I don't know. I'm out doing my thing and moving and promoting. My album come out tomorrow, and then I hear the news. So me specifically, the details of the situation,
you don't know.
I don't know exactly what happened, but
how do you feel when you get wind that Yayo is being accused of beating up a 14-year-old kid that is, I mean, do you feel a way
you
about
know what?
that?
I wouldn't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't respect nobody putting their hands on no kids. I got a child myself.
How old is your kid?
My daughter 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
And I'm be real. Somebody put their hands on mine. I understand the way it goes. So in this situation, honestly, you know, I don't know the truth of it, but I don't rock with nothing that's under that circumstances about putting your hands on no kid.
Really?
I'm a real street individual, and it wouldn't matter if it was you know, my crew or any other crew. You know in the movies, right? When they get to go doing some of the gangster stuff in life, right? You know, we pile up in the cars and we really go put it in. The first words to be said from some of the hardest gangsters in the car.
No women, no kids.
It's March 27, 2007, and Young Buck releases Buck the World. The album would debut at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, just like Straight Outta Cashville did, but it received slightly lower reviews and did not perform as well commercially compared to Straight Outta Cashville. It's April 2007, and 50 Cent does an interview with Miss Jones and says Young Buck's days are numbered.
Well, I don't think Yayo is comfortable with the things that Buck was saying while he was on radio. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think that'll last much longer, but it is what it is. It's like, for me, what really what's going on is, like he'll say something like Buck will get on the radio, and I love Buck. They're like my younger brothers.
It's April 23rd, 2007, and Young Buck appears on 106 and Park in response to 50 Cent's most recent comments.
Recently, there's been a lot going on with G-Unit, and a statement that 50 made when he was on a radio station in New York. And I'm gonna go ahead and quote it. It says, "I put Buck in the same place as I put Game, even though that he said there's no beef." How you feel about that?
That was the best statement I've heard 50 Cent make in a long time. Straight up and down. I think what 50 is pretty much letting the world know is that, you know, me, Banks, and Tony Yayo, we are our own individual men. We got our own situations going. I got my own label, Casville Records. I just signed the Outlaws, Fox Group, Steve-O from the West Coast. So I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and a lot of people, I think, got it twisted because we were speaking on the whole Tony Yayo situation. And I think a lot of people got it twisted and took my interview on the perspective of if I was saying, you know, my homeboy is guilty, when I can tell you 100% that he had no involvement in that situation. So 50 came back behind me and cleared it up, and he added a little bit on to it. But I respect 50 to the utmost. That's my boss. That's who got me sitting on this couch. So y'all ain't never gonna ever expect to hear me leaving G-Unit and left as death or the penitentiary.
It's May 2007, and Young Buck does an interview with Hip Hop Game TV and addresses his Tony Yayo comments.
Have you talked to 50 since then?
Yeah. We talked, and you know, he just explained to me his outlook on the conversation that I had with Angie Martinez when I did my interview. And a lot of people perspective of taking it from when they heard me on the radio was that I was going against Yayo. I kind of spoke in a way of making them feel like Yayo was guilty in his situation. I know for a fact he had no involvement in the whole Jimmy Henchman thing. So, you know, he wanted to clear that up, put a little bit on top of it to make sure he got his point across, and he did a good job. I salute him, straight up and down. I'm G-Unit to the bone.
Okay, I was like, so G-Unit, Buck is G-Unit all
straight
day.
Up and down.
Ain't going nowhere.
God forbid, but the minute that you ever see me away from this is death or the penitentiary. I don't believe in breaking up or leaving away from something that I helped create, my dude. So, yeah, it's G-Unit to the bone, girl. So you see that? It's G-Unit South at the end of the day. You heard?
It's October 9th, 2007, and Young Buck does an interview with Smack DVD about his relationship with 50.
Me and 50, honestly, me and 50, we got a cool relationship about the way things is going right now. You know, 50 good with speaking his mind, and I'm good with doing the same goddamn thing. You know, 50 is his own man, and I'm my own man. So I think two men, in any time you got a group of men, you gonna have clashes unless you got the other kind of men, and there ain't none of that over this way. You know, we have our ups and downs, but the thing about it is about, you know, the ending of it. See, some things that I may say may not agree with what 50 agree with, but, you know, he'll speak on it, then he'll get at me, and we'll have to keep our relationship at a steady pace. So what he gives to the world, hey, man, respect it. I respect it. You know, at the end of the day, I always give 50 that loyalty and that love for the simple fact he brought my career to the light. But 50 Cent didn't make me. The streets made me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I was here moving and doing my thing out in the streets before I actually became a part of G Unit or any of that. And I was blessed with 50's blessing to be able to take all the energy that I've been struggling over the years and trying to make my career happen and bring it to light. He was the first nigga to give me a shot, you know?
It's December 2007, and 50 Cent does an interview with Sub-Zero and talks about his relationship with Young Buck.
Okay, you and Young Buck cool, man?
Yeah, Buck cool. I mean, Buck is like a younger brother. You know what I'm saying? You make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's just mine aren't as visible as theirs. You know, when I make a mistake, it's usually behind the scenes.
It's March 20th, 2008, and Young Buck does an interview with YoRaps.com and says he's never received a royalty check. Buck claims to be the only artist on G Unit that ever recouped off of an album, and he's still waiting on a royalty check. He says the show money is good, but he's never cashed a royalty check. It's March 21st, 2008, and Shaw Money XL says Young Buck made over $10 million. Shaw Money XL was the former president of G Unit Records, and he became the manager of G Unit the Group, and disputed claims that Buck never got a royalty check. He said Young Buck cleared over $10 million working under 50 and Shaw's guidance, and he blamed the website for trying to play divide and conquer. It's April 4th, 2008, and 50 does an interview with Miss Jones and kicks Young Buck out of G Unit.
Take a touch.
Now, it seems like Young Buck's trying to weasel his way out a little bit. It seems kind of gamish. Would you agree, or
it don't even seem? And you could look at that and see that's game all the way.
But you still give him a chance, though. Like, you're still putting him on records.
I was giving him a chance, giving him the benefit of the doubt then, but you know, you could take this as official notice right here because we're on the hottest morning show in the world right now.
Ow.
Pretty much, you could say Young Buck is no longer in the group G Unit, but signed to G Unit as a solo artist.
Wow.
Okay. That's an exclusive.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know that.
It's April 16th, 2008, and G Unit does an MTV news special talking about Buck.
If I could ask Buck one question, I would ask him, what's wrong with him?
Buck, for me, removing him from the group is healthier for the group.
How do you go on the radio and talk about my case that I'm still going to court for? And you're saying, you basically were saying that I'm guilty of smacking a child, which I got found not guilty for.
His statements about not receiving his royalties came out. You know, like...
Was that the defining moment for you?
One of them. He doesn't think clear, very clear. You see what I'm saying? Because he has things to help him not think clear.
Yeah, I have my hands and nose in the dick.
If you sniff cocaine, pop pills, scissor, and weed, where you think your money's gonna go? And you're not gonna make the right decision. I mean, you know, 50 gave Buck plenty of chances, you know what I'm saying, to come back in the crew and embrace us, and we treated him like family. Or 50 didn't help you get your mother a house, get yourself a house, help you get your Bentley, help you get your first Escalade, help you get your first Jacob watch, help you get your YB piece, help you get your hair braided, help your daughter eat. He helps you do everything. All the reason why I wouldn't say anything that really disrespect him is because 50 got so much love for him.
You know, if a person is in a bad space and you keep trying to help them out of it, and they're not, you know, changing their lifestyle or the things that they're doing, then you just remove yourself from it.
I've been around Buck for the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I love Buck like a brother. You know, it's just that, you know, even my blood brothers, we go through things and might not talk for a minute.
Would you like to see Buck back in G Unit?
I mean, I didn't like to see him leave. But sometimes people can hurt you when they don't realize that they're hurting themselves at the same time.
It's April 21st, 2008, and Young Buck releases a 50 Cent diss track called My Interview.
Damn right, I'm sipping syrup, flipping birds to get what I deserve. And I hear the same things that you heard, like 50 kicked him out, or Buck sniff he flips out. It's too late, the whole world know what I be bout. But I do make mistakes like any other man. Shit, I recoup off an album, nigga, quicker than you can.
It's April 23rd, 2008, and G Unit does an interview with Angie Martinez about the Young Buck beef.
Young Buck, a drug addict? 50 says so. I'm sorry to go back to this. I know we already talked about Buck, but I forgot to ask you, did you really say that? When you say drug addict, what do you mean?
I mean, he constantly, he don't get high really, he just maintains his feeling.
What?
You gotta get sober to get high. So if you just...
Oh, you mean weed?
Yeah, and that, but he did play with other stuff that different things.
Why would you tell people that?
Why does it matter?
What's
Like
the
people,
thinking?
you know, people try to understand why.
I always like this. What you're thinking?
You know, like the way I think about it, Ange, is that like they'll look at it and go, "Wow, 50's kicking Buck out of the group. Why?" They need an explanation for it. I mean, he's in a space, not in a really good space right now, like in a good mental space for him to actually work within the group setting. As an individual, he may still be able to continue to create good enough material from his perspective on his own, but having to collaborate with other people is frustrating for him, like when he just starts doing things.
It's June 13th, 2008, and Young Buck releases another diss track called My Whole Life.
See, I went wrong when you gave me that loan. I should have paid you back then, but I was trying to get on. For sure. I got my mama out these bricks in my picture new home. When tax time came around, I didn't have nothing for them. Know why my clique is torn? I don't get to perform. Not to mention, I got a child about to be born. My manager is torn. His friendship is on the line. He has to choose to either ride with your side or mine.
It's June 15th, 2008, and Young Buck says fuck G-Unit on stage.
Fuck G-Unit, man. When I made the statement, I ain't never seen a royalty chick. I didn't say that shit. Saying that the nigga 50 done took money from me, none of that old shit, none of the nigga owe me and no shit. I said it because it's real, nigga. You understand me? And when I say shit, I mean this shit. You understand? He took it in a different way. I guess the nigga felt like I'm paying out family business or whatever, but it's like, look, nigga, respect this nigga you see me, because all this is, whatever you see is street money and show money, nigga, everything. So, nigga, I'm just letting it be known, and I guess the nigga felt like, well, shit. So, and I don't know, they say they got all this goddamn money, hundreds of millions, I ain't seen shit. Nigga, I hold that shit down.
It's June 17th, 2008, and 50 Cent releases a recorded conversation with Young Buck crying.
I done got out of line a little bit with you. So I swear to God I have.
Yeah, you gonna be alright, man. You hear me?
I'm wrong. That nigga just get confused.
I know. Don't worry about it. You gotta be able to stay closer to me, Buck, so you don't fuck up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just gotta get... I'm good. I just got confused a little bit. That's it, bro.
Oh, we fix the shit. You just gotta do...
That nigga just trying to...
Yeah, you just gotta stay closer to the speaker, cause it's not gonna happen. Like, shit is different, but this is 50 right now. If you don't stay closer to what's going on, it's gonna fuck up. Like, if you didn't, when you got, look, why you think Tony's been the safest one? You know why?
Yep.
He been staying closer.
And then them niggas gonna feel like I ain't been homeboys still.
Nah, don't worry, that should work out. You know what I'm saying?
It's June 18th, 2008, and Young Buck releases the diss track Tape Conversation.
Bitch, nigga, do bitch thing. Yeah. Look at 50 what he does just to get fame. Record my phone call when I spoke from the heart. That was a year ago. This was a joke from the start. You a hoe, and I know the only people record conversations is 5-0. Nigga, die slow.
It's June 30th, 2008, and G-Unit does an interview with MTV News explaining the tape conversation.
Yeah, that's who he is. Like, he'll apologize for doing something and then go right back and do it again. So right after that conversation was made, he decided to go on stage and say F 50 Cent, F G-Unit, F everything that's a reflection of why he was considered a success in his career, period.
When you put that out, a lot of people will go online, as you know they are. Yayo's a big fan of the blogs and this and that, and they'll say, for you to put out that tape of him crying was, I quote, a bitch-ass move.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't even know we could say bitch-ass on MTV, but... You know, like, for them to say that, they don't understand the dynamics of what's going on. And ask me, do I care about a blogger?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, like, everybody has a right to an opinion on me and everything that I decide to do, but that doesn't mean I care about it.
Do you think that it was, in essence,
the person who has time to say that was a bitch-ass move is a bitch-ass.
Do you think it was a bitch-ass?
No, like, you know, I think it was a official move. It was like, I didn't know how to, like, right now, I don't want to be disrespectful to Young Buck. You see what I'm saying to you? But how do you respond to that kind of disrespect?
That same month, Young Buck releases the diss song Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Yeah, I'm glad they done kicked me out the group, cause now the world see that I'm the motherfucker truth. Got the streets like damn ho. What happened to you? I bet this conversation now they probably tapping it too. I get paid for if you so major. Your team ain't shit without the #1 player.
It's July 1st, 2008, and G-Unit releases their second album, Terminate on Sight. But this time, Young Buck is no longer considered a part of the group. Instead, he was featured on 4 songs: Piano Man, Writer Part 2, I Like the Way She Do It, and Party Ain't Over. That same day, Young Buck releases a diss track to G-Unit called Terminate on Sight.
Hey, she see them niggas trying to cease and desist me. No, they can't deal with me, so y'all go get 50 and we can play like you and Kanye. But he don't wanna go there with me. See, in the West, bitch, I open up the door. Get your own paper banks, Curtis money ain't yours.
It's July 2008, and Tony Yayo says he wants to fight Young Buck.
I mean, yeah, I'm fucked up. But what I'm saying is, I don't like when a nigga try to assassinate my character. Yeah. Man, up in somebody's a-hole, you trying to divide and conquer. You trying to make, he always try to make himself look bigger than what he is. And that vibe shit don't count to me. Like, I'm from the streets, G's. Like, he already know what time it is to me. That's why if I do say, invite him to a fight, you hear his new diss record, he won't say nothing about me. Cause I will smack the shit out of Buck. In my heart, man, I just like, Buck he's a shuck to me. Like, for him to even be embedded with Game, like, really.
And all the collabo records?
You an enemy, like, just take it easy on you. Shit don't kill you in the media, nothing like that.
Yeah.
I will smack the shit out of Buck.
It's July 29th, 2008, and Young Buck does an interview with Big Greg.
So it's like, you know, that don't count, and I think 50 pretty much forgot that, you know, every man has 2 sides to him, whether it's a, you know, emotional side or the tough side or whatever it is, you know, whether you choose to show it or hide. I got to see, he was just a cat who caught my emotional side of things. At the end of the day, it was a heartfelt conversation for me. I meant everything I said. I was actually going through a situation at the time, but he chose to put it out there to kind of like discredit me. I think it backfired, if you ask me.
Quietly, a lot of people wasn't feeling the fact that he took something amongst brothers, you know what I mean? And definitely put it out there like that.
What it is,
females and cops, J-Bay. That was just my females.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's just not in the legal, the rules of the real. Y'all know the real.
Yeah.
G-Unit out, really take off.
So that's my next question. Terminated on sight. Do you think you got terminated? I mean,
I'm just saying, man, you put me out the element, bro. It's kind of rough, man. I mean, I can't just say that it was me, but at the end of the day, the energy of what's going on between me and 50 Cent, I think definitely played a part.
It's November 2008, and Tony Yayo says Young Buck ate Olivia's kitty cat.
Then I heard he ate somebody's coochie. Oh. Okay, on the road. And he ain't even pissed her. He ain't even She just like, nigga, eat my pussy. And it is what it is. I'm gonna let you figure out who it is.
Who it was?
Yeah.
Wait, no, you just don't do that. With hints or something? I don't know. How do we guess at something like
was
that?
in Chitchu.
Okay.
Chitchu.
Oh shit.
So this nigga eating a living pussy.
Oh God.
He eating a living pussy. He ain't getting no pussy.
Like, I'm gonna let you guess. I'm gonna let you guess. Throwing out hints and then just go in.
Let me tell you something. Buck better hope I don't write a book about his fat man.
Oh God.
It's June 2009, and 50 admits the Young Buck situation hurt him deeply.
I didn't know how to respond to what Young Buck was saying when he was saying G and off, me personally, because I've done so much for him. I didn't really know what to say. I mean, I was angry, but it hurt me. That's where that actually come from. The anger. Can't believe it. You know what I mean? This is what money does. It does crazy things, and then people start changing, like, in every way, because their expectations are so much. I helped Buck earn over $8 million, and then he just decided I should kiss his ass because he spent the $8 million. That's amazing, It makes me feel like I should be using what's the traditional business model for, like, the music business. What Jay Puff, what they doing, it ain't wrong. I'm getting my ass kicked for being kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the right business model. I just bring them so close. You heard them say, I want to make it feel like that family feel again, because that's when they was being taken care of. If something happened, it was like, I'm in the middle of it to help fix it for them, but I got that paid off.
It's August 2009, and Young Buck accepts responsibility for his actions.
I'ma just do it off the real life shit and win through the music, and then I'll get out with these niggas. the streets. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way my approach always been. Just about me getting back to my elements. Maybe I got out of pocket a little bit because I played a part in the shit too. So I done played just as much of a part of it as any of the niggas that I was with, whether it was 50 or Banks or Yayo and beefing with niggas unnecessarily. You know, niggas had their reasons at the time for what niggas was beefing over. But when it's all said and done and nobody got shot, you understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, you know, ain't nothing come from it, basically. You know what I mean? Except the fact of the motherfuckers that you ain't ran into, that you so-called have beef with, and not knowing if it's really real beef.
That same month, Tony Yayo reacts to Young Buck's apology by saying,
I understand, like, see, and to me, Game and Buck fucked up the shit for other artists because nigga like 50 put you in position and help you. You know what I mean? Nigga help you out. Good cheese, man. Like, I see Buck's apology, you know, I feel sorry for Buck. You know, we out here taking advantage of still being down with 50, man. You know, we going to Ireland, going to Switzerland, we going to Peru. You know what I'm saying? Just came back from Peru. My throat is still hoarse from Peru, from the weather. Like, it's wintertime overseas right now. All that shit Game doing in his little rooms, blogging, I'm in suites, motherfucker. And I'm making the same amount of money Game is with an album out. And so is Banks. And Banks is doing his own thing. He just came back from suite. So, I mean, niggas getting kitty. Niggas got Lambos, still got Benzes, nice houses. It is what it is.
It's November 16th, 2009, and 50 drops his album Before I Self-Destruct with the song So Disrespectful, dissing Young Buck.
That nigga broke like me. Tell mama he done smoked the TV. I ain't know he fuck with more dope than BG. Plus a nigga sip more syrup than Pepsi. Man, keeping these motherfuckers rich ain't easy, especially when a nigga wanna stunt like Jeezy.
It's December 14th, 2009, and Young Buck releases the song It's Not Okay, dissing 50.
Animal instincts, I smell bitch niggas. Before they make it to me, I know how to deal with them. Last year wasn't fair, I was almost there. Made more in the streets than my own rap career. When the cameras ain't on, nigga, I ain't home. And my presence ain't shown, nigga, I ain't gone.
It's December 31st, 2009, and Young Buck releases the diss track Happy New Year.
So it's you, nigga. All you G-Unit niggas, all you bitch-ass niggas over there that wanna jump on the Curtis bandwagon. You niggas too. Let's get it. So, nigga, 2010 is a hell of a year, nigga. Gonna put you rap to the chest, nigga. We shooting over here, nigga.
It's January 3rd, 2010, and Young Buck releases the diss song Steroids.
Run and get your order of protection. You told on Supreme and other niggas connections. You know I know. I'm not Banks, I say fuck you to your face. Oh, no. Hey, Rick Ross, it take Buck to put him in his place.
It's January 7th, 2010, and Young Buck releases another diss track called Finish What You Start.
Put me in positions where it seems I'm the victim. And even though you diss him, still the whole world miss him. Way in London, England, nigga, he's still breathing. And soon I will get even, but my goals I'm still achieving. I am Cashville like LeBron James is Cleveland. No, Allen, I ain't coming back to the team this season.
That same month, Young Buck releases another diss track called Do It For You.
How it feel, Curtis? What was it, like 10 million on Get Rich or Die Trying, right? Nigga, you did 100 and some thousand records on your last shit. We don't fuck with you no more, bitch ass nigga. Oh, I'm so hard on your whole ass. Nigga, you thought you did something to Buck. You created a monster, you nigga. Oh, yeah. Hey, yo. You know, Jimmy told me he'll never put out another album of yours. So I understand why you watching that nigga 50 draw. Bitch ass nigga.
It's February 2010, and Rick Ross and Young Buck are hanging out at All-Star Weekend. It's July 22nd, 2010, and Young Buck does an interview with the Nashville scene and talks life after 50. In the interview, Buck states 50 is trying to destroy his life, and Buck being bound to his contract allows 50 to do that. Buck says 50 is not allowing him to do features with big artists that are his friends, and when they submit a request, 50 won't clear the record. Buck says the root of the issue stemmed back to 2009 2007 when 50 asked everyone to fire Shaw Money XL as their manager, and everyone complied, but he didn't because his album was about to come out and he was the best man at Shaw Money's wedding. He said from that day on, the resentment started to build. Buck goes on to address the recorded conversation, saying he spoke from the heart and it was real and he felt like he was talking to his brother. It's March 23rd, 2011, and 50 Cent takes the legal route and sues Young Buck. G-Unit Records files an $11.5 million lawsuit against Young Buck, $10 million for breach of contract, $171,000 for a loan of $300,000 in 2005. Buck's lawyer states the biggest issue is that Buck didn't understand his own situation. He didn't understand his financial state. His lawyer goes on to request a $500,000 budget for a new Young Buck album through G-Unit or to be released from the contract. It's December 6, 2011, and Young Buck says he has a mixtape coming out with Maybach Music.
The Rehab mixtape was basically a mixtape that I put out there, and it ended up getting distributed. As far as my music goes, I've put out Back on My Books, Volume 1, Volume 2 was produced by Drummer Boy, salute to Drummer Boy. And I'm working on a mixtape right now on behalf of Maybach Music, salute to them.
It's March 31st, 2012, and Young Buck calls DJ Who Kid on Shade 45.
It's been a long time since I've had any kind of conversation with Banks, Yayo, 50, you know, anybody really through that camp over that way. This has been a long time since I even heard your voice to even have a conversation, and we having it on air, you understand, live for the people. And, you know, my thing I will say at the end of the day, man, we've made history, and I would never consider it not being a chance for us to make history again, if ever given the opportunity or a chance to. You know, my thing is, at the end of the day, we only get old out here in this situation, in life in itself. And the older I became, the wiser I became at the same time. So, you know, like I say, man, we got a lot of great moments that we done had. But at the end of the day, the communication side of things, it kind of fall apart. So salute to everybody.
It's July 13, 2012, and Young Buck is sentenced to 3 years in prison on weapons charges. Buck was convicted of possessing a firearm despite being a convicted felon. The judge allowed Buck to serve 2 counts concurrently, so he will serve 18 months in prison. It's August 2012, and 50 Cent speaks on Young Buck going to prison.
I don't know. I mean, I guess hold your head. You know, what else could you tell him? And under these circumstances, he's gonna be starting from scratch. You know, like, what do you do? You know? Good luck.
It's November 26, 2012, and 50 Cent releases his song My Life dissing Buck and Game.
I tried to help niggas get on, they turned around and spit right in my face, so gave me Buck and sucker dick. Now when you hear him, it may sound like it's some other shit, cause I'm not writing anymore, they not making hits.
It's October 1st, 2013, and Young Buck is released early from prison. Taking to Twitter, Buck made the announcement, "I'm officially a free man." Part of the conditions of his release include Young Buck is granted a 3-year supervised release. It's November 22nd, 2013, and video footage of Game and Buck in the studio is released.
Man, that's it. Huh? Yeah, that's the first one. This is the same Buck. That's the first one. I was like, no, that's how we see it. Thanks to Buck, but it's stupid. I just like, leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Man, we had to keep it moving, man.
When it comes to this beef, the relationship between 50 Cent and Young Buck has been a roller coaster of ups and downs. Their story is too extensive to cover in a single video, so stay tuned for part 2 where we discuss their reconciliation and separation again. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Panda Chop Chronicles. Peace!